Someone who loves you deeply keeps their distance because of this one truth: there is someone who may no longer stand beside you, yet their presence never truly left. You feel them in quiet moments, in the pauses between your thoughts, in the way your heart tightens for no clear reason. Their silence speaks louder than any confession ever could. Their absence feels heavier than their touch once did, and even now, it feels like something between you was never finished. That's because this connection went deeper than they were prepared for. This message is finding you at the exact moment your heart needs understanding. Welcome to Rise and Inspire. If this resonates, stay with me. 1. They stepped back because their feelings frightened them. Distance was never about losing interest. It was never about indifference, and it was never about you lacking value. It was fear. Fear of what they felt when they were close to you. Fear of how easily you saw through their emotional walls. Fear of how your presence awakened parts of them they had buried for years. You required honesty. You required growth. And they weren't sure they could rise to that version of themselves. They didn't plan to love you this deeply. It happened quietly and then all at once. 2. Your energy changed them. Some people don't run from love. They run from transformation. Your calm, your emotional depth, your authenticity, it reflected truths they could no longer ignore. You didn't force change. Your existence invited it. And for someone who has lived emotionally guarded, being seen that clearly feels terrifying. So instead of moving closer, they retreated. 3. They were afraid of failing you. They see your worth more clearly than you realize. Your strength, your kindness, your emotional maturity, and that made them ask themselves questions that scared them. What if I disappoint them? What if I hurt them? What if I'm not enough? Their distance wasn't rejection. It was a misguided attempt to protect you and themselves. 4. They love you quietly. Love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it watches from a distance. They think of you at night. They remember details you forgot you shared. They replay conversations that never happened. They wonder how your day went but stay silent. Their love didn't disappear. It overflowed and they didn't know where to place it. 5. They keep waiting to feel ready. They tell themselves they need to heal first, stabilize first, become worthy first. But deep down, they fear readiness may never arrive. So they hold onto you emotionally, while postponing the courage to step forward. 6. You see their vulnerability and that scares them. They've spent years appearing strong, in control, unaffected. But with you, they felt exposed. You soften them, and softness feels dangerous to someone who learned survival through walls. Distance became their armor. 7. The connection felt too intense. This wasn't light. This wasn't casual. This wasn't temporary. This was soul deep. They knew that if they surrendered fully, walking away would never be possible again, and that terrified them. So they ran while still loving you. 8. Their mind overpowered their heart. They questioned everything. The timing. Their worth. Your feelings, the future, the pain they feared. Their thoughts became louder than love, and overthinking created distance where honesty could have created closeness. 9. They didn't want to damage the bond. Sometimes people step back not because they want less but because they fear losing everything. They believed staying distant might preserve the connection, even if it broke their heart in the process. It wasn't logical. It was emotional survival. 10. The real reason behind their distance here is the truth beneath everything. They loved you more deeply than they understood, and they didn't trust themselves with that kind of love. Their silence was overwhelm. Their hesitation was fear. Their distance was self-protection. 11. What this means for you if you felt abandoned, confused, or unchosen. Listen closely. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't push them away. You didn't fail. Their distance reflects their inner battle, not your worth. You mattered so deeply that it shook them. 12. Will they return emotionally? They think about it often. They rehearse the words. They imagine reconnecting. Their heart pulls them toward you. Their fear pulls them back. But love, this real, cannot remain silent forever. 13. Final message for you. They didn't leave because you were forgettable. They stepped back because you were unforgettable. You didn't matter too little. You mattered too much. Their heart never learned how to walk away from you, only how to hide when they are ready to face the truth they already feel. The distance will no longer exist. If this message touched you, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here.